Hi, I'm Dan with FreshPoint, and let's take a minute to talk about the basics of cucumbers. Cucumbers have long been relegated to the crudite platter and to the salads, but there's so much more to cucumbers than just salads and crudités. So how do you know when to pick the right cucumber? We have three different types here today. We have the small Kirby cucumbers for pickling. We have the larger English hothouse cucumbers that are also known as burpless or European cucumbers. And we have the typical green garden cucumber variety that most people are familiar with. So what are the differences? Well, the pickling cucumber is designed to do what its name suggests. It's got a thicker skin, it's a little meatier. This allows it to hold up in the brine and the fermentation process in making pickles. You can certainly use them fresh in a salad, but you'll really need to process them down and peel them completely because the skin is really difficult to eat raw. The differences between the two that we mainly use in salads and crudités are how the seeds form. The seeds in the hothouse or European or even seedless cucumbers are much less formed, immature, and really you don't have to scoop them out before you use them. With the garden cucumber, you can see they're a little more well formed. While certainly edible, they're just not very palatable. It's a little hard and takes a little more effort. So you can cut them in half, scoop it out, and either dice the cucumber or go from there. So how can you save a little money with them? Well, cucumbers have a number of grades, anywhere from an extra fancy all the way down to a number 2. The hothouse cucumbers have 3, from fancy to number 1 and number 2. And then the pickling cucumber is number 1, number 2, and number 3. The biggest factor is the sizing, the diameter, and then on the hothouse cucumbers, it's the shape. You can see the difference. The number 1 is a bit straighter. The number 2 has a little crook to it. There is a price difference. You'll save a little money going with the number 2 if you're just dicing or slicing them. But if you really just want a super straight one, it's not going to break the bank. Just stay with the number 1. When you're storing cucumbers, keep them in the warmest part of your refrigerator. They don't want to get cold. The skin's going to pit. They're just going to break down a little bit. You also want to keep them away from ethylene-producing produce because it'll exacerbate the decay and it'll turn them yellow quick. Just not good for them. And when you receive them, you want to make sure the cucumbers are firm to the touch. You don't want to see any shriveling because that's indicative of either mishandling in temperature storage or that they're just a little old. But branch out a little bit. Cucumbers make a great juice, and with mixology being as hot as it is, take some number 2 cucumbers, put them in your juicer, strain it, and you've got a great mixer to offer your customers at your bar. I'm Dan, and this was the basics of cucumbers.